Video that's long overdue. This is something, if you can believe this is something I've been working on in the early, like around the 2008, 2009 time frame. And this particular build that I'm doing now was last really kind of functional in 2011, around this time, 2011, February, March. It is now March 2014, and anyway, a friend of mine kind of really re-inspired me to kind of pick up where I left off years ago. So anyway, this is the third of there's two. I guess there's two other videos. I seem to be making some momentum, so hopefully I can make this into maybe a monthly type thing, where I basically chronicle, like sort of like playing around with different kind of ideas, different technologies, stuff that I just kind of been playing around with and kind of putting them together. This is recorded on a Mac, and yes, it's running on a Mac, but this was initially, and it is developed actively on Linux. I don't really have I call it my Project Gambit. It's really just a turn-based mecha strategy game. I don't know where I am yet on where that all fits, but that's something that I'm kind of still deciding. But anyway, in the two previous videos, my work in progress 1 and 2, I initially wanted to do something that was very retro-like, very Tron-like, or for those who have played Darwinia and Multiwinia from Introversion. But I've since stepped away from that, and I wanted to really do kind of a turn-based mecha game. I want to mention a game, but if this ever goes anywhere, then I'd feel like that I'd be making a plug. What the hell? Sierra published Mission Force Cyberstorm. It's a really, really fantastic game. You guys should check it out. It's on the YouTubes. But anyway, about this one, here you can see, oh, and by the way, there's content on here that I found on the internet. I'm using it to just kind of get a visual feel for what it looks like. These are basically stuff that I didn't really get anybody's permission on, so if for those of you artists who see your work here, I apologize. This isn't like anything I'm like showing to, outside of like a few friends. Like this isn't something I'm using. I apologize for not acquiring your permission before I put this on here, and now that it's a video. Yeah, so there's my disclaimer. Anyway, so the idea is you have a terrain, a board, if you will, a game board, and you select your, let's see if we can zoom in. I made the zoom feature work with a mouse in Linux, and I didn't do the same bindings on a trackpad for Mac, so I can't like zoom in closer. But anyway, in this particular map, this particular game board, I have 5 players on each. There's 2 players. There's 5 units for each player. And the game board, I think, is like 25 by 25 height map of 0. And yeah, so this is just really just a basic, cursor-based maneuvering where you can move. I can cycle through all your units, where you can kind of move them closer. And if you highlight over the terrain of which an enemy unit is on, it goes from green to red. If I let's see if I do this, you can see my console log here, where if I were to actually, let's try this. I think if I do the action button, I think I'm triggering, the use weapon at that coordinate. And then something is supposed to happen, but that logic hasn't been filled in completely. Um, oh, that was like an interesting bug there. Yeah, so every unit has, I guess, some allotted amount of action points, which I call energy. And in this particular build, they can move pretty generously before it turns red. Red meaning, here's your plotted course. It's just that you don't have enough energy points to traverse that. And so when you move it, or when you issue the move command, nothing happens. You can cycle through your units. Yeah, so that's basically it. This is super late. Yeah, I'm pretty. The last couple of days, I kind of dusted this off and brushed it up, made it modern, code-wise, cleaned up stuff. There's a lot of things I've learned and wanted to incorporate, and so I'm feeling pretty confident that I'll pick this up formally. And but yeah, just wanted to show people kind of what I've been working on lately. Yeah, I guess keep this in mind as I and see where this thing goes. I've been jonesing a lot for a turn-based, really turn-based anything, and there's not really a lot that's out today, and so I may make this something formal. I may not. We'll see. Yeah, send your feedbacks, comments, and yeah, it's late. I'm tired. I'll probably edit this later. All right. Well, that's it.